Good morning, Internet. Yashoda here with West Coast Yoga. Today we're reading from SRIMAD bhagavatam, 1st Canto, Chapter 1, Text 15, which reads as follows. Yet pada sangshaya sutta munaya prashamayana sadya punatyupaspritya svardhunyapo nushevaya. Translation. O Sutta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. I'll read a few sentences of Prabhupada's purport for good measure. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Pure devotees of the Lord are more powerful than the waters of the sacred river Ganges. One can derive spiritual benefit out of prolonged use of the Ganges waters, but one can be sanctified at once by the mercy of a pure devotee of the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita it is said that any person, regardless of birth, as Shudra, woman, or merchant, can take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, and by so doing can return to Godhead. What Srila Prabhupada is touching upon in this verse is the value of pure association. It is said that a single moment spent in the association of pure devotees is greater than a lifetime of material activity. And Narada Muni again and again is hammering home this point. He goes to the extent of saying, we should immediately distance ourselves from family, career, home, and simply renounce this material world, engaging in full-time devotional service. Of course, Narada's brother is Daksha. Daksha says, no, there is great value in the Pravriti Marg, the path of gradual ascent, by performing rituals, by executing family life, having children. Actually, this is the preferred path. And so the two brothers have this heated exchange on the value of taking sannyas, and the situation became more dire when Daksha had a group of sons called the Haryashvas. He dispatched his thousands of sons to go to a sacred place of pilgrimage and perform austerities so they could become good householders. Narada was acutely aware of these children performing austerity. He thought, wow, great opportunity. I'll get them to take sannyas. So he traveled to that place, and he told the children a really nice story. He basically said that, why waste your time? You don't even know who your father is. You're thinking your father is Daksha. Actually, your father is Vishnu in your heart. Your actual father's order is pure devotional service. Meanwhile, you're all caught up in this ritualistic path of the Vedas. And just see how Daksha is so contaminated. He's constantly blundering on the path of ritualistic performance. So Narada was able to purely express his point, and all the sons took sannyas. Daksha became severely angry when his effort was frustrated. And so he produced a second batch of thousands of sons and again sent them to a sacred place of pilgrimage. And you can imagine what happens next. Of course, Narada Muni returns, and in the second batch, he tells them, your older brothers have executed devotional service. You should follow in their footsteps. This is where Daksha famously curses Narada and tells him, you are such a disturbance in human society for normal people. I curse you. You can't stay in one place more than 3 seconds. And Narada took it as a benediction. Oh, very good. Now I'm an authentic sannyasi. Our presentation in Krishna consciousness is very similar. The path of Lord Chaitanya and the 6 Goswamis is deeply enriched by Gyan and Vairagya. Gyan, knowledge, and Vairagya, renunciation, are considered the two sons of bhakti. They are the natural, accrued results of devotional service. It's not that the devotee is desiring renunciation or desiring knowledge, but they are natural byproducts. As Krishna explains in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Tesham evanukam partam ahamagyana tamaha nashayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhashvata. He brings the knowledge. Krishna himself brings the knowledge. And we have to be in the bodily concept to perpetuate the jivo jivasya jivanam, the rat race of the material world, chasing and chasing. We should be chasing Vishnu. Instead, we're chasing what the general populace, the status quo they have designated. Prahlad Maharaj says that the entire human population is simply descending into hell, and this is done in the name of progress. And therefore, echoing his spiritual master Narada Muni, Prahlad says that the real accumulation of knowledge is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. We should simply engage our material faculties in pure devotional service. After all, human life is but 100 years. The first 20 years are spent in the frivolity of youth. The last 20 years are spent in a hospital bed, invalidity. Whatever remainder of years we have, 60 years, 1/3 is spent asleep, and the rest is spent as a householder, somehow or another looking after our spouse and accumulating money. So now that we have the human body and we're in good health, we should simply engage in pure devotional service, and that will deliver the human society from its predicament of material existence. Thank you very much. I'll see you for class tomorrow. Hare Krishna.